What's up, guys? Will H back with another video. So today we're doing a follow-up on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. Now I picked this up about 3 or 4 months ago. I have been using this tablet every day since then. Pretty much run my YouTube channel off this the last 3 or 4 months. Use it for social media, web browsing, a little bit of gaming, just everything. Everything you would use your tablet for, I have been using it. And I have really enjoyed this tablet as well. So I want to talk about my experience with this after having it for that amount of time. So this is the 11-inch, which is the smaller version of this device. It also comes in the plus size and the ultra. I decided to pick up this because of this beautiful display this time around. The 11-inch has 256 gigabytes of storage and also has 12 gigabytes of RAM. Now you can also get this in the 128 gigabytes of storage as well. I think that one only has 8 gigabytes of RAM. This does have a micro SD card expansion slot, so you can expand on that 256 gigabytes. This is running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, Android 13, and it's currently on the One UI 5.1.1. So those are some of the features there. Now this has an aluminum build. We'll go ahead and talk about the build quality first. On the back has Gorilla Glass on the front of it. You guys see this is the graphite color, but it also comes in the beige. A little bit of a fingerprint magnet. I did wipe this down before we started. But very nice color. I wish they offered a few more colors in this. You guys see you got your Samsung logo there. You got your 13 megapixel camera on the back with your flash. You also got your AKG, it's right there, branding. This is your slot for your S Pen. Now this time around, the S Pen will charge both ways, as the previous ones wouldn't charge but one way. The magnet is very strong on there. It's not, doesn't feel like it's going to fall off here very easy. I still think that's not the most secure way to keep your pen. Maybe if you're sitting at the desk or something, but if you got it in your bag, out and about, you're going to lose it. So I think they should come up with another way to store your pen with your tablet. But overall, not bad. Very thin, as you guys see. This tablet only weighs 1.1 pounds, so very lightweight. Very easy to grab with one hand. And that's another reason I picked it up. I had the Ultra and the Plus before. The Plus is not bad, but the Ultra, traveling with that, it was ridiculous, man. It was like a full laptop. So going around it, you got your micro SD card slot. You got 2 microphones here. I do still have some of the tape on there from buying this device. Volume up and down and power button. There's no fingerprint sensor, but you do have a in-stream fingerprint sensor and Face ID as well. These buttons are very nice, tactile. On this end, you do have your 2 speakers. This has quad speakers. Very nice sounding speakers. We'll demonstrate them as well. Microphone right there. And on the bottom, you got your 2 slots here for your official Samsung case, keyboard case, and your pogo pens there. And this side, you got your 2 more speakers and your Type-C charging port. You can use this for peripherals. You can use this to connect to external monitors. So a lot of great uses for the Type-C on the tablet. And then when you get to the front of the device, you got your 11-inch Super AMOLED display here. We'll get into that as well. You got your front-facing 12 megapixel camera. And there are some bezels around here. This is Gorilla Glass, like I mentioned earlier. I don't like the reflectiveness of the display, but you got your cameras in the center. I do like how they have that. The bezels are great. A little bit of a bezel here for grabbing the device, and I think that's awesome. Anyway, also, some people don't like bezels, but in this case, it gives you a little room to grab it and not have to grab it on the sides right here. So build quality is A1 on this, in my opinion. I don't think there's anything wrong with the build quality. Doesn't feel like it's going to bend, you know how we had with some of those tablets earlier. You throw them in your bag, pull it out, it's all bent up. So this one has been solid, although I keep it in a case majority of the time. So let's go ahead and talk about the speakers next. All right, guys, so this has quad speakers, 2 on this end, Two on this end, AKG Tune. They also have Dolby Atmos, which I have activated right there. Get back to that again. There it is, Dolby Atmos. So let's go ahead and play a couple of tracks. Let you guys hear how this sound. We're going to rewind this one a little bit. Let's go ahead and play this track. Let you hear the clarity, just how good they sound. Let's go. So that's max volume too, guys. No distortion, room filling. Nice bass, highs, mids, hi-hats. So yeah, man, the speakers sound great on this. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear them over this video, but they sound great. For conference calls and stuff like that, you can connect this to your Samsung device and take calls, transfer a meter. We'll get into that later. For watching your movies, books read out loud if you want that. The speakers are going to be great. The kind of room filling as well for a little small tablet. So next, let's go ahead and talk about the battery life on this. So the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 has excellent battery life in my opinion. I'm getting great battery life. Has an 8,400 milliamp hour battery. I don't charge this device but maybe every 2 days. Now battery life is always going to be how you use your device. It's subjective. You may do more video watching, or you may do more social media, or you may do more web browsing, or you could be doing a lot of video editing. It all depends on how you use your device, what type of battery life you're going to get out of it. I do a mixture of all those things. So every 2 days I use this device, maybe up to 4 hours a day. So every other day I charge it just to top it off. It's not dead. So it's kind of hard to give battery life. And I definitely can't give you straight on time because, I just can't do it. I don't know, but in my opinion, the battery life is great on this. It charges fast and just excellent battery life on it. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor has been great on a lot of Samsung devices as far as battery life. So this one is no exception. So next, let's go ahead and talk about this beautiful display. This is one of the main reasons that I picked it up this time. So let's talk about the display. All right, guys, so taking a look at the display, as you guys see, this display is absolutely gorgeous, which is one of the reasons I decided to pick up the smaller variant this time. Previous variants of this, they had the LCD display. This time around, they included their dynamic AMOLED across the board. Didn't matter if you picked this one up or the larger sizes. This also has 120 hertz refresh rate, HDR10 plus. This is 1610 by 2560 pixels. This has a 16 by 10 aspect ratio, 270 ppi, has a brightness of 420 nits, which is not very bright, but the peak brightness on it is going to be 750. So it's not too bad looking at this outside in the sun or in bright conditions. Could be brighter though, because some of the other tablets get way, way higher than that. Now, if you pick up a bigger version, the larger like the Plus or the Ultra, then the nits on that are going to be higher. Gorilla Glass, if I didn't mention that. And it's still a great display for watching movies, 4K content on here, YouTube, playing your games with the 120 hertz refresh rate. Going to be super smooth and as you guys see, very smooth. You're not going to have any issues. If you're using your S Pen to stroll around, you're still going to get that same smoothness, the 120 hertz, and the vibrant colors are going to be throughout this, whether you're playing your games or whatever you're doing, YouTubing, social media, all of that stuff. The display is great. Now, it does have a reflectiveness to it that I don't really like. I wish it had more of a anti-reflective or matte display on it. Do have these little bezels going around here, but like I said earlier, it makes this easier for me to, hold and not trigger something. So with the size of it and the lightweight, I think the display is great on here. No problems with the display. Touch sensitivity, strolling around, as you guys see, the 120 hertz and all that I've already mentioned is great. So let's go ahead next and talk about these cameras on this. So for the cameras on here, we got a rear-facing camera that's a 13 megapixel f2.0 wide that can shoot up to 4K at 30 frames per second. And it is a very nice camera. You can take some very nice shots, photos, and video. I have used this, just tested it out. I'm not one that's going to shoot a lot of stuff with the cameras on here, but testing it out there, the cameras are great on the rear of it. Can take some very nice, like I said, photos and video. Now on the front of it, we got a 12 megapixel, 2.4, 120 degree ultra wide camera that can shoot 4K at 30 as well. Now you got the with these cameras, you're going to have the cinematic blur, if I'm calling it right. You got a lot of nice features in here. Let's go ahead and check out the features. So going over here, let's go to more. So you're going to have Pro. You got Pro Video. You got Single Take, Night Shot, Food, Panorama, Hyperlapse, Portrait Video. Just to name a few things that you have on here. AR Zone, Bixby Vision. You're going to have a lot of stuff here. So a lot of great features with the cameras on here. You're going to be, like I said, be able to take some excellent photos. I have actually used the front-facing camera on here to record different, if I'm testing a microphone someone sent out or headphones or something, it's going to be great. Actually, I know people that join in on live streams that use the front-facing camera on these devices. And, like I said, great camera. So next, let's talk about the performance on this with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor. All right, guys, so let's talk performance. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor is a very powerful processor, much more powerful than the 8 Gen 1. I haven't had any mishaps and crashes. Just been performing well. It does heat up a little bit, depends on what you're doing, but not to the point where it's going to affect the performance of the tablet. This has 12 gigabytes of RAM as well, so you're able to keep a lot of apps in the background. They're not going to restart on you or anything like that. As you guys see, I jump right back into this news article here. I can go back into Amazon and continue where I was there. So you guys see I have a ton of apps open here and just jump right back in and interact. So this also, we're going to talk some features here as well. So I'll open up YouTube here and then I'll go over here and open up something else. Can drop these in. As you guys see, no issues here with these going. And I'll drop one more in here. Let's go ahead and drop, let's drop Amazon down here at the bottom. And as you guys see, all of these windows are open and they are working great. So if I wanted to make this out of a little floating window, I can put that. So a lot of great features. And as you guys see, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 is able to handle this with no problem, working, getting around throughout the OS. So I also use this for video editing, 4K video. As you guys see, I scrub through here, no issues. I can add different effects and things in the video editing app, and no issues. This is LumaFusion. So also playing your intensive games on here, you're not going to have any issues with those. No frame drops or anything like that. I'm not a gamer, but I have tried some of the upper tier games that are very demanding on the processor, and they work great. So overall, the performance has been really great on this device. The Snapdragon Gen 2 processor with the 12 gigabytes of RAM has been great. So next, let's talk about this S Pen, man. This is great. accessory to have. So let's get into it. So we got the S Pen here. This is one of my favorite accessories for this device here. Now this comes included with the price, unlike some of the other devices out there. And if you use this S Pen, you're going to get great functionality out of it. Got a lot of great things you can do with this, including strolling around. You don't ever have to get your display dirty. You can just use this. But if we go into the S Pen suite of things here, you guys see, you're going to see the battery percentage there. I can take a note. I can view all notes. I can smart select, stream write. You can live message here. This is pretty cool. So I can write a message here and send this off just like that and hit done. You can change the different colors. And the person that you send this to will get this actual animated drawing. So you got doodling, translate, pin up, which is another one of my pastimes I like to use. Just to draw or just waste time. You know, if I don't have something else to do, then I'll start a coloring thing here. Here's one that I was working on right here. And as you guys see, you can get right back in and just start coloring. This kind of pastime for me sometimes when I'm just sitting there, just something to do, and you can resize this. And the S Pen works great for stuff like that. You can sign documents, just a whole host of things, all of this. And plus, if you wanted to add other apps to use your S Pen with, then you can go in and use and do that. So going into the settings on the S Pen, you got your arrow actions here, right here. So you can choose whatever action you want to use the S Pen for. I have mine set to open up the camera and take a picture, but you can see your different gestures that you use here for the S Pen. Go back if you use that action. If you use that right there, you can go home. You can set up different things here to use the S Pen for. If you're in the media, your camera, you can pause it, start your video, pause your video, take a photo, all of that stuff there. And just a lot of things you can do with the S Pen. And like I said, it is included with the price. So if I hold down on my pen, it's going to open up my camera. Let's go ahead and take a picture of the Z Flip 5. Hit the button one time. It's going to take the picture, the photo, which it just did. Here's the photo. We're going to go back. I'm going to go to video. So now if I hold down on the pen, it's recording. And then if I hit it one more time, it's going to stop. And that's it. So that's how I have mine set up. The S Pen has a lot of different features that you can use, functionality. So if you're not utilizing your S Pen, you need to start using it because it's a great feature and a great accessory to have with your tablet. So next, let's go ahead and talk about one of my favorite things to use with this is going to be Samsung DeX. Let's find DeX right here. Here's Samsung DeX. So let's get into DeX next. All right, guys, so we're back in. This is my setup that I normally use if I'm going somewhere. I take all of this stuff with me to be a little bit more productive. I'll jump into the DeX mode. So getting into DeX is very easy. You drop down your menu here. You look for DeX. Tap it, and within a few seconds, it's going to be in the DeX mode. So as you guys see, it makes the tablet look a whole lot different than it did in the tablet mode. I got my Bluetooth keyboard. I got my dongle here with a couple of storage items here, and my dongle for my mouse right here. So in the DeX, you're going to be able to see different things like your calendar. I can jump in and create a calendar event if I want. I can go over and have all of my quick toggles here, just like, before. Control the brightness on the display and everything there. This dock, I can let it stay up or I can make it disappear like I'm doing. These are all my messages and emails and things that come in. I can interact with those. I can control my volume level right here, just like that. I also can do a screenshot if I wanted to. This is going to show all of the apps that I have open right here, right now. Over here, that's your home button to go back home. Right here, this is going to be all of the apps that I have open. I got a search. I can go through and search throughout the whole system. And then the last one on the end right here, this is how you get into your whole app drawer right here. So I can take and drag something to the home screen if I want. Let's go ahead and let's take this out to the home screen, Tubi, the Tubi app. There it is. So just like that, Tubi is opening up. I can put this over to the side right here, or I can make it full screen if I want, just like that. And some apps you can resize. This is one that I can resize, so I can put that over to the side right there. And I can also, if I wanted Netflix, to see different comparison on what's on one and what's on the other one, then I can open this up. And here it is. So I can drop this one down here. So I got Tubi open, and it's an active window, as you guys see. If I wanted to go in, very easy to create a new note right here. I can go ahead and start typing. Let's go ahead and get this active. Let's back up, erase that. So this is how I use this. You can use it just like that, and I can get rid of this stuff here, right there. So I can have my notes open here if I wanted to copy and paste something from the web, from the internet. So I can go open up the web browser here. If I wanted this text right here, I can copy this. Let's do that again. Doing this behind the camera, guys. So let's copy right here. Let's go ahead and copy that. So I'll go back to my notes. If I wanted to paste that in place, there it is. You can do that with photos. You can do that with just about anything that you want to use to make you more productive there. Whatever app you're in, if you're in Notes or whatever you're in, you can copy and paste just like that. That's what I'm trying to say here. So very, very productive here. You can have several windows open. A lot of times, if I'm writing up some notes for a video idea, I have the browser open, my notes, and then I'm just jotting down some bullet points for me to go back and look at when I'm doing a video. So LumaFusion right here, you can do all of your cuts and everything here. So if I wanted to cut this, just like that, I can drop in a transition or something right here. So I'm doing all this in the, let's go ahead and drop this one in there. So we're going to drop that transition in right there. So we'll play it. You guys see, it's working smoothly right there. No issues, man. So this is the DeX mode right here. Let me go ahead and get rid of that, close that out. There it is. So that is DeX mode right there. Now with DeX mode, you can also cast this to like my big TV, and I'll show you guys that in this part of the video as well. And you can also hook up another monitor to this and have dual monitors. I'm going to see if I can hook that up right quick and let you guys see that as well. So just a minute, guys. All right, guys. So now we're going to take a look at DeX wirelessly here. Now I'm using a Google Home app to link my tablet up to my 70-inch TCL TV. Here's the tablet. You guys see right here. And we're going to go ahead and just open up something so let you guys see. There's the same thing that's on the display there. Now if I close this out in real time, trying to do that without too much reflection, you guys get to see just how much latency is there. So let's go ahead and go into the web browser here. There it is. So I'm going to operate the tablet behind the camera so I could full screen this if want. Get out of it. Go to Netflix here. Again, bring this up, move it around. Just very little latency, guys. So we're going to go to something like YouTube. So let's go to YouTube. Let's go to my channel here. Right here. So as I stroll, there it is. If I want to minimize this, I close it out. So let's go back to YouTube. Go to my channel. And so I want to shrink this down. So there are a couple of windows open right there. You guys see, so I could be, not going to be watching two videos at the same time, but you get the gist of it there. We'll go ahead and open up one more. Let's go back to Chrome. So I got 3 windows going here on a 70-inch display. And, you know, you can resize these or whatever. So if you like me and you do video edits, you want to use something like LumaFusion, that is the size of the display that you have here. Now, I never edit my videos like this, but there it is right there. Could definitely use this if you want. See, I took that transition out. And there it is, guys. So this is wireless DeX working on a 70-inch TV from the 11-inch tablet. So, all right, guys. So we have the tablet hooked up to my monitor, 24-inch monitor here, and I am doing that with my dongle. I have my HDMI plugged up over here, and just the dongle plugged into the tablet. So you got almost like a dual screen setup here. Now I can still use my tablet here if I wanted to go into the Chrome browser, and I still functional up here, and I can go into the Samsung browser here. So got 2 browsers open on 2 different screens. So this one is still open here, and then this one is open over here. So pretty cool right there. You guys see, I can full screen this if I want. Just like that, stroll around. Gonna minimize it. And then we're gonna open up something else. Let's open up Netflix. So I can have Netflix over here. And as you guys see, I can full screen it just by doing that. It'll pop up like that. So we're gonna go ahead and minimize this. It's giving me that every time do I wanna do that, but I think I can turn that off. So if I wanted to go into the Play Store, open up the Play Store right there. As you guys see, very fast, working very fluently. And so I got 3 windows open here, and I can open up infinity. You know, all I want here, I can open up. So that is connected to my monitor. And like I said, you basically got like a dual screen setup here. I got this down on the desk. I could have it on a stand or whatever, bring it up higher. And I could still take my phone calls and everything from this as well. So let's go ahead and finish the video. Okay, guys, so this has been my look at the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9. This is a beautiful device, lightweight, portable, and very powerful. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor can handle your intense games, video editing, photo editing, or just everyday normal watching movies, Netflix, YouTube, social media. You're going to be able to do all of that stuff with ease with this, with great battery life as well. So this tablet is not perfect by any means. One thing I don't like about it, some apps are not optimized to work in the landscape mode. That's not so much the knock on the tablet, but it would be the developer of the app. One of them being Power Director right here. So it will not operate in landscape mode. You have to turn it to portrait mode to work. And there are several other apps that's the same way. But like I said, that's not so much the tablet fault as much as the developer. Now I have a tempered glass screen protector on here, but the screen is reflective, so I wish it was an anti-reflective screen. There's not too much more I can say that I don't like about this device. Other than that, you know, the device is very, very good, performs very well for me. You got your little Samsung ecosystem. If you have your earbuds, if you have the Samsung watch, then you're going to be in a little ecosystem there. Another good thing comes with the S Pen included in the packaging, so you don't have to go out and buy something like this accessory like this to help with your device. So the price went up on this. this year, but they also included the different display here, the AMOLED display as well. So otherwise, I have truly enjoyed this device, and I recommend it if somebody, if would ask me about it, I'd say, yeah, it's a go. So, all right, that's my look at this tablet. Catch you guys in the next video. Will H, I'm out.